Christina Nixon had always heard the saying, when you marry someone, you marry their family too. She never truly grasped the weight of those words until she tied the knot with Richard Gonzalez. While she and Richard were deeply in love, his mother, Ada A. Elliott, was a different story. Ada had always been a thorn in Christina's side. She was overbearing, judgmental, and had a knack for making Christina feel like an outsider in her own family. Christina had hoped that marriage would soften Ada's demeanor, but if anything, it had intensified her meddling ways. As the months went by, Christina couldn't help but notice that Ada was becoming increasingly controlling. She insisted on managing every aspect of their lives, from the way they decorated their apartment to the food they ate. It was suffocating, and Christina felt like she was losing her autonomy. One evening, Richard was away on a business trip, leaving Christina alone at home. She decided to use this time to have a heart-to-heart talk with Ada. Maybe, just maybe, she could reason with her and find a way to coexist peacefully. Christina nervously approached Ada, who was sitting in the living room, knitting. "Ada, can we talk?" she asked, her voice shaking slightly. Ada looked up from her knitting with a raised eyebrow. "What's on your mind, dear?" she replied, her tone dripping with fox sweetness. Christina took a deep breath. "I want us to have a better relationship. I feel like we're constantly at odds, and it's affecting our marriage." Ada set her knitting aside and regarded Christina with a critical eye. "And whose fault do you think that is?" she retorted, her words laced with a passive-aggressive tone. Christina tried to keep her composure. "I believe we both have a part to play in this, Ada. I just want us to find some middle ground where we can respect each other's boundaries." Ada let out a disdainful chuckle. "Boundaries? Christina, I've been a mother to Richard all his life. I know what's best for him, and I won't let anyone, including you, get in the way of that." Frustration welled up inside Christina, but she fought to remain calm. "Ada, I love Richard, and I want what's best for him, too. But we're married now, and I think it's essential that we figure out how to coexist peacefully." Ada's expression hardened, and she leaned in closer to Christina. "Let me make one thing clear, Christina. You may be his wife, but I will always be his mother. If you don't like it, you can leave." Christina's heart sank. She had hoped for a breakthrough, but it seemed Ada was unwilling to budge. She retreated to her bedroom, defeated. That night, Christina lay in bed, feeling a heavy weight on her chest. She loved Richard with all her heart, but she couldn't continue living like this. The constant tension with Ada was taking a toll on their marriage. She knew something had to change. In the ensuing days, Christina and Richard found themselves walking a tightrope in their strained relationship with Ada. It became a delicate ballet of sorts, with Christina gracefully striving to preserve harmony, even as Ada persistently asserted her dominance. One evening, Richard came home with a troubled expression. "Christina, we need to talk," he said, his voice filled with concern. Christina sat down next to Richard, her heart racing. "What's wrong, Richard? Is it about your mother?" Richard nodded. "Yes, it is. She's been pressuring me to change the locks on our apartment." Christina's brow furrowed in perplexity. Change the locks. What possible reason could she have for such a request? Richard sighed. "She says it's for our safety. She claims she heard about a recent break-in in our neighborhood." Christina couldn't help but feel suspicious. Ada had never shown this level of concern for their safety before. "Richard, I think there's more to this than meets the eye. We should talk to her and find out her real motives." Richard agreed, and the two of them decided to confront Ada about the sudden urge to change the locks on their apartment. The next day, Christina and Richard sat down with Ada to discuss the lock situation. Ada, as expected, had a strong argument ready. "Darlings, I just worry about your safety," Ada insisted. "I can't bear the thought of something happening to my son or his lovely wife." Christina exchanged a knowing look with Richard. They had heard this concern before, and it always seemed to conveniently align with Ada's desire for control. Richard and I have talked about it, Christina said carefully, and we've decided that we're comfortable with our current locks. Thank you for your concern, though. Ada's expression tightened and her eyes bore into Christina's. Are you sure, dear? I just want what's best for my family. Richard spoke up, trying to mediate. Mom, we appreciate your concern, but we're adults now. We can handle our own safety. Ada reluctantly backed down, though her disapproval was clear. Very well, if that's what you both want, but promise me you'll be careful. This world can be a dangerous place. Christina and Richard nodded, relieved that they had avoided another clash with Ada. However, they couldn't shake the feeling that something was amiss. Weeks drifted by, and Christina and Richard found themselves tentatively ensconced in an uneasy truce with Ada. Yet beneath the surface, a persistent disquiet lingered. Christina couldn't help but ponder whether Ada's relentless urge to assert control would ever truly abate. One evening, as Christina and Richard returned home from a dinner date, they were met with a chilling sight. Christina fumbled with her keys at the front door, her breath misting in the cold night air. The lock seemed to stick for a moment, and she exchanged a worried glance with Richard. Finally, the door creaked open, revealing the dimly lit apartment. The first thing Christina noticed was that something was off. The apartment felt different, as though it had been tampered with. She stepped inside cautiously, Richard close behind her. It wasn't long before the chilling realization hit them. Their apartment had been thoroughly ransacked. The shock of the scene before them left Christina and Richard speechless. Their belongings were scattered haphazardly, drawers emptied, and furniture overturned. It was a scene of chaos. Christina's heart pounded as she surveyed the damage, her mind racing to make sense of what had happened. Richard quickly dialed 911, his voice trembling as he reported the break-in to the police. Christina, still in shock, began to realize the extent of the loss. Sentimental items, valuable possessions, and a sense of security had all been stolen from them. As they waited for the police to arrive, Christina noticed something unsettling. The locks on their front door had indeed been changed, just as Ada had suggested. She exchanged a horrified glance with Richard, realizing that this was no random break-in. When the police arrived, they conducted a thorough investigation. They took statements from Christina and Richard, dusted for fingerprints, and examined the damaged locks. The officer in charge, Jason Daniels, was empathetic and reassuring. "We'll do everything we can to find the person responsible," he assured them. Christina and Richard provided the police with any information they could think of, including Ada's insistence on changing the locks. Detective Daniels nodded thoughtfully as he took notes. "I'll need to speak with your mother-in-law as well," he said. "It's crucial to gather all possible leads." The thought of involving Ada in the investigation left Christina uneasy, but she understood it was necessary to find the truth. Detective Daniels assured them that they would handle the conversation delicately. As they left, Christina couldn't shake the feeling that their lives had taken a dark and unexpected turn. Detective Daniels wasted no time in speaking to Ada about the break-in. He approached her at her home, his badge and identification prominently displayed. "Ada A. Elliott, I'm Detective Jason Daniels. I'd like to ask you some questions about the break-in at your son and daughter-in-law's apartment." Ada feigned surprise when she saw Detective Daniels, though her eyes betrayed a hint of nervousness. "Detective, I had no idea this happened. How dreadful for Christina and Richard." Detective Daniels maintained a professional demeanor. "We're looking into all possible leads, and we need your cooperation, Mrs. Elliott." As Detective Daniels questioned Ada, her responses were guarded. She claimed to know nothing about the break-in, reiterating her concern for Christina and Richard's safety. Detective Daniels, however, couldn't ignore the nagging feeling that Ada was hiding something. He continued to press for information, hoping to uncover the truth. Back at their apartment, Christina and Richard were left to grapple with the aftermath of the break-in. Their sense of security had been shattered, and they were left wondering who could have orchestrated such a violation of their lives. As days seamlessly transitioned into weeks, the investigation continued its relentless pursuit of truth. Detective Daniels exhibited unwavering diligence as he meticulously pursued leads, conducted interviews with potential witnesses, and scrutinized security footage retrieved from the building. With each layer he peeled back in the case, his conviction grew stronger. Ada's involvement appeared increasingly evident. One evening, Detective Daniels contacted Christina and Richard with an update. "I need to speak with both of you again," he said, his voice grave. They agreed to meet him at the police station, their hearts heavy with apprehension. They knew that the truth, no matter how painful, needed to be uncovered. At the police station, Detective Daniels presented his findings. He had discovered that the locks on Christina and Richard's apartment had indeed been changed with a spare key, and the only person who had access to that key was Ada. Christina's eyes welled up with tears as the reality of her mother-in-law's betrayal sank in. Detective Daniels continued, "We also found evidence that Ada was in contact with a known criminal who specializes in break-ins and thefts. It appears she orchestrated the entire incident." Richard's face contorted with a mixture of anger and disbelief. "My own mother did this to us." The truth was undeniable, and the weight of the revelation was crushing. Christina and Richard couldn't fathom how Ada, Richard's own mother, could be behind such a malicious act. Detective Daniels assured them that they would proceed with the necessary legal actions against Ada. However, Christina and Richard were left with a sense of betrayal that cut deep. As the legal proceedings against Ada unfolded, Christina and Richard had to face a painful decision. They couldn't continue living in an apartment tainted by such betrayal and violation. With the support of friends and family, they found a new place to call home, determined to rebuild their lives away from Ada's toxic influence. Months passed, and Christina's pregnancy became more apparent. Despite the hardships they had endured, she and Richard clung to their love and the hope of a brighter future for their growing family. Christina's due date approached rapidly, and she and Richard prepared for the birth of their child. They had made a fresh start in a new home, free from the shadow of Ada's betrayal, and they were determined to create a loving and secure environment for their baby. One evening, as Christina and Richard were watching a movie in their new living room, she felt a sharp pain in her abdomen. Panic washed over her as she realized that her water had broken and labor had begun. "Richard, it's time," she exclaimed, her voice trembling with both excitement and anxiety. Richard sprang into action, grabbing their carefully prepared hospital bags and helping Christina to her feet. They rushed to the front door, ready to head to the hospital, only to be met with an unexpected obstacle. The door wouldn't budge. It was locked, and the key was missing. Panic surged through Christina and Richard as they frantically searched for the missing key. They retraced their steps, turning their new home upside down, but it was nowhere to be found. In the midst of the chaos, Christina's contractions grew stronger and more frequent. With each passing moment, Christina's pain intensified. Richard tried to keep his composure, but he was overwhelmed by a sense of helplessness. Their car was parked outside, but without the key, they were trapped. As Christina's labor progressed, Richard decided to take desperate measures. He called a locksmith in the hopes of gaining access to their car, which contained the missing key. With every passing minute, Christina's contractions grew closer together, and the urgency of the situation became painfully clear. The locksmith arrived with haste, his tools ready to unlock the car. Christina's face was contorted in pain as she clutched Richard's hand, her breaths shallow and labored. With the car unlocked and the key retrieved, Richard helped Christina into the vehicle. They sped toward the hospital, their hearts racing as they navigated the late-night streets. Christina's labor pains were relentless, and she clung to the hope of safely delivering their child. The The hospital was a welcome sight as they arrived, and medical staff rushed to assist Christina. She was quickly wheeled into the delivery room, where doctors and nurses worked tirelessly to ensure a safe delivery. Richard stood by her side, his love and support unwavering. Hours passed, and Christina's labor was grueling. She pushed through the pain, her determination unwavering. Richard whispered words of encouragement, and together they faced the most challenging moments of their lives. Finally, with an exhausted but triumphant cry, their child was born, a beautiful, healthy baby girl. The room was filled with a profound sense of relief and joy as Christina held their daughter for the first time. As Christina cradled their newborn daughter in her arms, the challenges they had faced and the betrayal they had endured seemed distant. In that moment, they were a family, united by love and resilience. In the days that followed, Christina and Richard named their daughter Lily, a symbol of new beginnings and the enduring strength of their love. Their journey had been fraught with hardship, but it had also shown them the depth of their bond and their capacity to overcome adversity. With the birth of Lily, Christina and Richard found solace and happiness in their new life together. They knew that they had faced the darkest of storms and emerged stronger on the other side. The legal proceedings against Ada continued, and she faced the consequences of her actions. It was a painful chapter for the family, but Christina and Richard were determined to protect Lily from the toxic influence of her grandmother. Christina and Richard focused on building a loving and secure home for Lily. They surrounded themselves with friends and family who supported them, and their bond grew stronger with each passing day. Years went by, and Lily blossomed into a bright and resilient child. Christina and Richard, now seasoned parents, cherished every moment with their daughter and vowed to provide her with the love and stability they had longed for in their own lives. Ada, imprisoned for her crimes, had no contact with her son, daughter-in-law, or granddaughter. Christina and Richard had made the difficult decision to sever ties with her, prioritizing the well-being of their family above all else. As Lily grew older, she became curious about her family history. Christina and Richard decided to be honest with her, explaining the events that had led to her birth on the street and the reasons behind their estrangement from Ada. Lily listened to her parents' story with a mix of fascination and empathy. She couldn't imagine the pain they had endured, but she admired their resilience and the love that had carried them through the darkest of times. As Lily grew older, she often found herself reflecting on her family's journey. The story of her parents' resilience and unwavering love became a source of inspiration for her. She knew that she wanted to make a positive impact on the world, just as they had done in overcoming adversity. Lily's determination to create a better world led her to pursue a career in social work. She wanted to help families facing difficult circumstances and provide them with the support and guidance they needed to overcome their challenges. With her parents' unwavering support, Lily pursued her education in social work and soon became a dedicated and compassionate professional. She worked tirelessly to empower families, just as her own had been empowered to overcome their past. As the years unfurled their tapestry, Lily's labor bore tangible fruits of transformation. Her compassionate work became a beacon of hope for families seeking healing, providing children with the refuge of safe and nurturing homes, and extending a lifeline of support to those most in need. One day, while working on a particularly challenging case, Lily met a young woman named Chana Miller. Chana had faced her fair share of struggles and adversity, and she was in desperate need of assistance. Chana's story struck a chord with Lily. She saw a glimmer of hope in Chana's eyes, a determination to break free from the cycle of hardship. Lily knew she could make a difference in Chana's life, just as her parents had made a difference in hers. Lily worked tirelessly to support Chana, offering guidance, resources, and a listening ear. She saw in Chana the same resilience that had defined her own family's journey. Through their collaboration, Chana began to rebuild her life. She found stable housing, pursued her education, and developed a newfound sense of self-worth. It was a testament to the transformative power of support and love. As Lily continued to help families like Chana's, she realized that her own family's story had come full circle. The pain and betrayal they had experienced had inspired her to dedicate her life to uplifting others. Lily's parents, Christina and Richard, watched with immense pride as their daughter made a positive impact on the world. They knew that their journey had not been in vain, and that the love that had carried them through their darkest days now radiated outward, touching the lives of countless others. In time, Christina and Richard's family grew as they welcomed new additions to their lives, grandchildren who brought laughter and joy to their home. The scars of the past were never forgotten, but they served as a reminder of the strength that had carried them through. Life continued to unfold, and the bond between Christina, Richard, and Lily remained unbreakable. They had weathered storms together and emerged stronger for it. Their love was a testament to the enduring power of family, resilience, and unwavering support. As they gathered together on special occasions, sharing stories and laughter, they knew that their journey, with all its twists and turns, had led them to a place of profound love and happiness. The memory of the betrayal and the birth on the street served as a reminder of their unwavering bond and resilience. It was a story they would carry with them always, a testament to the strength of the human spirit and the enduring power of love. And so the story of Christina, Richard, and Lily serves as an inspiration to all who hear it, a reminder that even in the face of the darkest of times, love, resilience, and determination can light the path to a brighter future. Their journey, marked by hardship and triumph, stands as a testament to the indomitable spirit of the human heart. It is a story of love that endured, of a family that overcame, and of a legacy that continues to touch lives. And as they look to the horizon, they know that their story is far from over. It is a story that will be passed down through generations, a tale of strength, love, and the unbreakable bonds that define a family. For Christina, Richard, and Lily, their story is a reminder that no matter how dark the night, there is always a glimmer of hope on the horizon, a beacon of love and resilience that can light the way to a brighter future. And so they continue to live their lives with hearts full of love, gratitude, and the knowledge that they have truly experienced the depths of despair and the heights of triumph, emerging stronger, closer, and more resilient than ever before. Their journey, with all its twists and turns, will forever serve as a testament to the power of family, the strength of the human spirit, and the enduring nature of love. And as they embrace each new day, they do so with the knowledge that their story, born from pain and betrayal, has blossomed into a tale of hope, redemption, and the unbreakable bonds that hold a family together. Their lives are a testament to the idea that, no matter the challenges that come their way, they will face them with love, resilience, and an unwavering determination to overcome. For Christina, Richard, and Lily, their story is an ever-evolving narrative of love, strength, and the unbreakable ties that bind them together as a family. And as they look back on the journey that brought them here, they do so with hearts full of gratitude and a deep appreciation for the love that carried them through their darkest days. Their story is one of hope, of triumph over adversity, and of the enduring power of love. It is a story that will continue to inspire and uplift those who hear it. And so the story of Christina, Richard, and Lily continues, a story of love, resilience, and the unbreakable bonds that define a family. Their journey, marked by hardship and triumph, serves as a reminder that even in the face of the darkest of times, love, resilience, and determination can light the path to a brighter future. As they move forward, their hearts remain full of love, gratitude, and the knowledge that they have truly experienced the depths of despair and the heights of triumph, emerging stronger, closer, and more resilient than ever before. And so they embrace each new day with the unwavering belief that their story, born from pain and betrayal, has blossomed into a tale of hope, redemption, and the unbreakable bonds that hold a family together. Their lives are a testament to the idea that no matter the challenges that come their way, they will face them with love, resilience, and an unwavering determination to overcome. For Christina, Richard, and Lily, their story is an ever-evolving narrative of love, strength, and the unbreakable ties that bind them together as a family. And as they look back on the journey that brought them here, they do so with hearts full of gratitude and a deep appreciation for the love that carried them through their darkest days. Their story is one of hope, of triumph over adversity, and of the enduring power of love. It is a story that will continue to inspire and uplift those who hear it. And so the story of Christina, Richard, and Lily continues, a story of love, resilience, and the unbreakable bonds that define a family. Their journey, marked by hardship and triumph, serves as a reminder that even in the face of the darkest of times, love, resilience, and determination can light the path to a brighter future. As they move forward, their hearts remain full of love, gratitude, and the knowledge that they have truly experienced the depths of despair and the heights of triumph, emerging stronger, closer, and more resilient than ever before. And so they embrace each new day with the unwavering belief that their story, born from pain and betrayal, has blossomed into a tale of hope, redemption, and the unbreakable bonds that hold a family together. Their lives are a testament to the idea that no matter the challenges that come their way, they will face them with love, resilience, and an unwavering determination to overcome. For Christina, Richard, and Lily, their story is an ever-evolving narrative of love, strength, and the unbreakable ties that bind them together as a family. And as they look back on the journey that brought them here, they do so with hearts full of gratitude and a deep appreciation for the love that carried them through their darkest days. Their story is one of hope, of triumph over adversity, and of the enduring power of love. It is a story that will continue to inspire and uplift those who hear it. That's the story come to an end. Watch my other videos and don't forget to write your opinion about this story in the comments to this video.